early in the morning, gonna smile at a brand new day. Gonna find that good stuff on the way. Gonna have that feel-good feeling, never mind if it's here to stay. Gonna find that good stuff on the way. Oh yeah, 'cause the sun is shining on me. Yes it is, and there's nowhere I'd rather be. I have more than enough. Oh, I'm swimming in the good stuff. Oh, I'm swimming in the good stuff. La 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 la. Gonna live a little bit different. Gonna finish what I've begun. Keep those worries on the run. Gonna see what's waiting for me. Gonna find a new kind of fun. Gonna do what nobody thinks can be done. Oh yeah, 'cause the sun is shining on me. Yes it is, and there's nowhere I'd rather be. I have more than enough. Oh, I'm swimming in the good stuff. La 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 la. Good stuff, good, good stuff. I'll run out of answers, I'll run out of time. I'll run out of chances, oh, I'll run my mind. But I try to remember when it's said and done. By so many measures, I'm the lucky one. The sun is shining on me. Sun shining, sun shining. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Nowhere I'd rather be. Oh, the sun is shining on me. Yes it is. Yes it is. Yes it is. And there's nowhere I'd rather be. No. I have more than enough. Oh, I'm swimming in the good stuff. La 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 la. Good stuff. Good, good stuff. Oh, oh, oh. La 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 la. Overflow in my cup.
I am the center of creation. I am the seed planted in the stillness. I am the center of creation. Fertile ground for the highest thoughts of God. I am the center of creation. I am the tree rooted in fullness. I am the center of creation. Fertile ground for the highest thoughts of God. planted in stillness. I am a center of creation, fertile ground for the highest thoughts of God. I am a center of creation. I am a tree rooted in fullness. I am a center of creation, fertile ground for the highest thoughts of God. I am a center of creation. I am complete, living in wholeness. I am a center of creation, fertile ground for the highest thoughts of God. I am a center of creation. I am a center of creation. I am a center of
Good morning. What a great song. Thank you, Jennifer. Wonderful way to begin. Welcome, everybody, to the Greater Philly for Spiritual Living. That's where we are, right here in Paoli, Pennsylvania. And we're delighted to have you with us today. I'm Reverend Maxine Kaye. Reverend Maxine Kaye, and I am the spiritual, fantastic, conscious, creative, caring community. So you're part of our community when you tune in to us, and we love embracing you with this virtual embrace. It won't be long before many of you will be here with us in person, like 3 weeks from today. In the meantime, isn't it wonderful to have these beautiful ways to connect, to feel together, because we always are. But what a great opportunity to share with you the basic principles of science of mind, how they work in our lives. We find that we are always providing beautiful spiritual tools for everyday human experiences, conditions, challenges, and so forth. And in this community, we work with each other to lift each other up. We walk with each other through challenging times. We utilize these divine principles in a very practical way and support each other so, so beautifully. So thank you for being with us today. We definitely are all about co-creating a world that works for all, because our vision is about. We'll tell you in just a moment about our powerful words that we use that we like to share with you. But I also want to say that we are in the process. Our intention is awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Isn't it wonderful to just begin to realize that we are so much more than what we have been told? As Walt Whitman said, we are more than what is between our hat and our boots. So whether you're wearing a hat or boots today, probably not. Right here where we are, it is a beautiful, hot, summery day. So wherever you are, let's know together that you are already spiritually magnificent and beginning to reveal that more and more. Now, our purpose statement is one I invite you now to share with me. Are you ready? Loving, learning, spirituality that works. And now we'll have our opening song with our dear Faith Rivera. It is called Child of the Universe. That's you.
child of this universe. The ocean dances at my feet. The wind plays a melody through my hair. I am loved at every turn. I am kissed by Mother. I am a child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have a light for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time. Every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on the tree, every mountain top sings of the glory of God moving through me, moving through you. Oh. I am a child of this universe. Through my breath, all of life can breathe. I plant the seeds with my every dream. I can love at every turn. Give a kiss to Mother Earth. Yes, I am a child of this universe. I greet the God in each face. I am a channel for peace to flow. Oh, I honor all life. Yes, I'm one with Father Time. To every blade of grass, to every shaking leaf on the tree, to every mountain top, I sing of the glory of God moving through. Moving as we as you as
That was so lovely. Thank you, Faith. What a beautiful way to enter deeply into our focus for this morning. So let's move right into a meditation that was very much like one already, wasn't it? Seeing those beautiful cosmic views from the tiny to the great. There is a universal energy everywhere. It is loving and wise. It is intelligent. It is that which brought each of us into being. So let's breathe in that divine energy right now. Feel ourselves filling up with that lovely, loving, wise, and wonderful presence. Feel it moving through our bodies, through our emotions, through our minds, relaxing, restoring, refreshing, and reminding us of who we truly are. As we embody the awareness that the macrocosm, the great infinity itself, replicates itself in the microcosm, in you, in me, in every sentient being, our hearts begin to open and we begin to remember the authentic self. For we indeed are created out of star stuff. And as we perceive each beautiful, unique, individualized expression of this life, perhaps beginning as a tiny seed, beginning to sprout a little bit, emerging as the plant, the bud, the flower, the fruit. Let's remember that you and I are indeed that beautiful, unique expression of intelligent, creative life. And we open our hearts and our minds more completely, inviting that precious energy to flow through the instrumentation of each of us in our own unique and beautiful ways. We continue in this sweet flow. Life's energy, love, wisdom, and intelligence expressing through us in perfectly beautiful, unique ways, unlike any other, and yet one with all. How grateful we are. How grateful. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you, for our opening reading and treatment, our practitioner intern, Bo Smith.
Thank you, Dr. Maxine. My name is Bo Smith, and I am an intern practitioner with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, and it is my honor to be giving the opening treatment this morning. But before I do so, I'd like to share a quote from the founder of our teaching, Dr. Ernest Holmes. In the final conclusion of the Science of Mind textbook, he writes, "What the world needs is spiritual conviction, followed by spiritual experience. I would rather see a student of this science prove its principle than to have them repeat all the words of wisdom that have ever been uttered. It is far easier to teach the truth than it is to practice it. But the practice of truth is personal to each, and in the long run, no one can live our life for us. To each is given what they need, and the gifts of heaven come alike to all. How we shall use these gifts is all that matters. To hold one's thoughts steadfastly to the constructive, to that which endures, and to the truth, may not be easy in a rapidly changing world, but to the one who makes the attempt, much is guaranteed. The essence of spiritual mind healing, and of all true religious philosophy, is an inner realization of the presence of perfection within and around about. It is the hope of heaven, the voice of God proclaiming, 'I am that which thou art, and thou art that which I am.' As I state this morning's opening treatment, I will be doing so in the first person, and I invite you to take it on for yourself if you so wish. So taking a moment to take a deep breath in and exhaling fully and relaxing into this moment. In this moment, I take this time to recognize the truth. the truth of life, the truth of God. There is not a spot where the presence of God, the presence of that holy life, is not. And in this moment, I recognize the truth of who I am. I am an expression of that Holy Spirit. I am an expression of God. In this moment, I open myself to this truth, to this revelation, allowing that life essence, that life, that spirit, to flow through me, through my mind, through my heart, through my body. As I recognize this truth about myself, I also recognize this truth as the truth of all others as well. All of my brothers and sisters are the divine in expression. In this moment, I relax and I let go and I open up to the divine within. I open up to the wisdom within everyone else that I come into contact. All that I see, all whom I encounter, are divine expressions. I am able to see past the outer surface. I am able to see past all of the, quote, mistakes of others and of myself. Seeing past these means that I am in the truth. I am in the absolute, the allness of that spirit, of that life. As I see that, as I experience that both within myself and within others, I allow that spirit to speak to me. I allow that wisdom to flow through me. And I allow myself to be open to that wisdom as it flows through everyone else. In this particular moment, I open myself to the wisdom that will be flowing as Dr. Maxine, as she gives her beautiful message to us. I open myself to the wisdom behind the music, behind the affirmations. And I open myself to anything that the divine has to say to me from within. This truth is always present. This truth is always in demonstration, and it is mine to open. It is mine to accept, and it is mine to express. As I do this, I find myself in coherence with all of those around me. Those that I may have had differences with, and those that I am in league with, are all divine expressions, are all perfect expressions of that love. And it is my honor, my privilege, to be the voice of spirit in this world, in companionship with that spirit as expressing in and through everyone around me. As I take a deep breath in gratitude, knowing this truth as myself and as all of my fellow sisters and brothers, I am in deep gratitude. I am so thankful that it is now the perfect time to express who I am. At the beginning of this new month, I bring that newness out from me, laying aside all that came before that no longer serves, and accepting a brighter understanding of who I am and how I can be of service. And it is in that gratitude for the flow of life and love and power through me, I release my word into the law of mind, knowing that I am that perfect companion for it to serve, for it to express. In this moment, I release and I let go. And in deep confidence, knowing myself as a perfect demonstration, I forgive, I release, I let go. And I know that God is expressing beautifully through all of us in this moment. And so it is.
Thank you so much, Bo. And that beautiful treatment and message was brought to you through modern virtual technology all the way from Florida. Thank you. Let's repeat our affirmation together, shall we? God is the center and circumference of all life, and I am a point of divine consciousness within it. Now let's move on to the younger folks. Well, the shorter folks, perhaps. We're all young. I'd like to talk to the kids for just a few minutes. I hope some of you got to watch those wonderful images that were on the screen of this universe, the large, the great, the infinite, the small, the tiny, the wee. It's all part of the same life of God. It's all divine energy. It is all intelligence and wisdom and love, and it's all right where we are. And each one of us is very much a significant part of it. Now, the cosmos, that's everything, all the universes and the planets and so forth, is an amazing system, isn't it? And the more we look up through the telescope at the stars, and the more we look down through the microscope at the tiny little beings, we realize that there is absolutely a connection between all of that up there, all of that down there, and everything in between. It's amazing. There are 8 planets that revolve around the sun. 6 of them go clockwise. 2 of them go counterclockwise. They didn't always. There was some sort of a shift, some divine intelligence that said, okay, you can do the dance this way for a while, but you're all going in the same direction, so let's have 2 make it more interesting. I doubt that it was like that, but the change was made, and this is great intelligence in the universe keeps everything in its right place. Isn't that amazing? Things aren't flying off into no-thingness, although certainly stars implode and then new ones are born. So all of that activity is taking place, but it is all very much in harmony with itself. It's all very much on purpose. Well, the same intelligence is in animals. We call it instinct. The birds migrate. They know when to go. They know how to go. They know where to go. How does that happen? It happens because there is an infinite intelligence in this universe that is operating through everything and everyone. What we call instinct in the animal is intuition in you. And that is that inner guide. It's your God positioning system within you that helps you know the right decisions, the right directions. You just know. You just have a sense that you're being guided in a direction when we listen to it, of course. So that same infinite intelligence that's in the big universe operates in our bodies all the time. You know what happens if you cut your finger? Instantly, the infinite intelligence within you goes to work to heal it. It knows what to do. It knows how to do it. Thank goodness, because I wouldn't know how to tell it what to do, neither would you. You're very smart. But the infinite intelligence of this universe goes right to work to heal what needs to be healed. That is the conscious, intelligent activity that is alive within each of us. So, you use this intelligence well. You use it very well when you make choices to bring more harmony, more love, more joy into your lives and into the lives of the people in your world. You are so intelligent, and the reason that you're so intelligent is that you were created from the infinite mind of God, which is pure divine intelligence. Isn't that a wonderful thing to remember? It's a good thing to remember, especially when we start to forget. And that's the time that we go, No, I really am very bright because I am using the wonderful mind of God always. So enjoy your Sunday. Maybe you run in the sprinklers or jump in the pool or stay cool and enjoy the sunshine if you're here in this area. And we love you very much. We look forward to seeing you before long. Okay, now the taller people. This is a brand new month. It's June. And it is one with a new theme, which is how life fulfills itself. Now we're continuing with the Centers for Spiritual Living yearly theme, which for 2021 is Timeless Wisdom, Evolutionary Vision. We build on this strong foundation of timeless wisdom, and we together are recreating a new vision for the evolution of each of us and for all of humanity itself. And so the month of June, as I said, is about how life fulfills itself. And today's talk is about you. You are the center of intelligent activity. Ernest Holmes, our beloved founder, said the divine intelligence is the government of our affairs. Each has within himself this guide to truth, to reason, to beauty, to right action, to certainty, and to peace. Each one of us has the guide within us, this God positioning system within us. And when we align ourselves with it, we can always go right and never go wrong. Because we trust that inner knowing, that divine intuitive knowing. And each of us is this glorious conduit of the creative presence. Many of you are familiar with this wonderful visionary, wonderful, mystical, powerful woman, Jean Houston. She states, "The core of each human being is the original creative genius of the universe. We are therefore the lensing of God stuff on earth." Do you love that? The lensing of God stuff on earth. The focalization of eternity in time. Consciously or unconsciously, we direct the flow of universal mind into form. Do you realize the power that we have been given? Can we begin to deepen our awareness of our connection with this divine energy and creative intelligent activity and realize how powerful we are because we are empowered by the divine energy of this universe that brought us into being, that sustains, maintains, motivates us, and allows us to make conscious choices that make our lives better, that improve the conditions around us, that lift the people in our lives and beyond. Some we'll never meet. We make a difference in the world just by uplifting our own consciousness. And we do that by remembering who we are. This lensing that Jean Houston spoke about, I love that term. It's a divine focus, establishing each one of us as individual co-creative centers of the one. Each one of us is a beautiful, unique instrument through which this intelligent, divine, creative energy can express. We're here very much on purpose. Isn't that good to know? And this lensing, if you think of the lens, whether it's a telescope or a microscope, it's looking in both directions. It's like the divine mind's creative activity is moving through you, seeing you as the divine being that you are, as the creative, powerful instrument through which this divine life is expressing. And at the same time, we are looking back. And what do we look through? We look through what one of my fabulous students said some time ago. We look through God goggles. We want to see the truth beyond any error. We wish to perceive the divinity within something that seems less than that. We desire to see the world as God sees it. Isn't that the answer to all the challenges that we have? Is to stop seeing through limitation, through the human blinders, through the judgment, through the criticism, to the loving truth, seeing through the eye of the heart, which sees in wholeness, which sees in reality, in truth. And we can't be fooled by any of that matote out there, which is the word that Don Miguel Ruiz used for all of the silliness, the nonsense that goes out in the world, that goes on in the world, that would have us believe it. It has no truth to it. Let's not believe it. We want to see the truth, perceive the truth, and live from the truth, because you and I were designed to be the instruments. We were divinely designed to be the instruments through which God shows up in the world. Now that may seem like a big order, but the truth is the divine pattern is already in place. All we need to do is get with the program. And stop insisting on little self, ego self, I can do it myself, and remember who we truly are, and remember our divine design, our divine origin. You see, right where you and I are, right where we are at this moment, wherever you are, right here, right now, God is, and all of divine intelligence is available to us. Each one of us is a center of divine consciousness. Wow, powerful, yes, and true. It's a huge awareness, and it's time that we entered into it, stepped up to it. We have access to all power, to all creative intelligence, right where we are, without moving from the room where we find ourselves, without lifting a finger, without combing our hair, without making a phone call. It's right here, right now. You are the instrument through which is it expressing. It is expressing. And that takes place so effortlessly when we open our hearts in a creative surrender and let that greater power flow through us. You see, the creative process would work perfectly, smoothly, constantly, creatively, and successfully were we not to throw up roadblocks in the way. And the roadblocks we tend to throw up are sort of like a kinked hose, because the access seems limited. The access to this creative, intelligent power only seems limited because we've thrown up, mental blocks, emotional conflicts. Anyone ever experienced either of those? That's all that's in the way. Now, all we need to do is take a look and see, as Emma Curtis Hopkins says, awareness is curative. When we become aware of something that's been stuck in our belief system that never was true, and yet still operating, it's like, thank you. Now that I see that, I have the power within me to change it. Like Dorothy finally realized, you had the power within you the whole time. We do. We always have. We do now, and we always shall. If we become aware that there's some sort of an emotional conflict that we may have been struggling with for a while or for years, how beautiful to say, thank you for coming up so I can take a look and heal and transform and use that creative energy for something better. Everything can be transformed. Everything. There is nothing that cannot be transformed. And we are transformed by the renewing of our minds. That's what this teaching is about. By the renewing of our minds, by moving away from the old beliefs, from what they say, and coming into a greater truth. Without these blocks, without these conflicts, the beautiful, divine, intelligent, creative process would be manifesting our divine intentions all the time and instantly. Don't you love the idea of instantaneous manifestation? People do this. People who have become so attuned to and open to that precious presence and power and intelligent divine wisdom and activity within them, that they have cleared out and transformed and converted those old blocks and are now becoming greater, open-hearted, open-minded instruments through which this divine life can flow. It's important that we understand that each of us is indeed a center of God consciousness. Because as we do, we really begin to get that all things are possible. All things are possible. The Master Teacher Jesus said, as he was speaking from the Christ consciousness, which was his divine, authentic self, which also dwells within each of us, he said, all power is given on heaven and earth. In other versions of this, in other Bibles, we'll read, all authority is given on heaven, in heaven and earth. Authority comes from the root word author. We are the authors of our experience. That's a wonderful thing to realize. We have more creative power than we realized because each one of us is the author of our experience. What have we been writing? What have we been authoring in our lives? What have we been accepting as true? You know, we play small until we know the instant availability of this infinite power and presence. Don't you think it's time that we stop playing small when we realize that all things are possible? You see, we're in the process of stepping out of those old restrictive molds in consciousness, all of which are basically in our subconscious mind. And when we become aware of them consciously, that's when we can make the changes. So we're in the process of stepping out, stepping up. I had a conversation recently with someone who had attended her granddaughter's graduation from a university. And she said, as thrilling as it was to see that take place, that something that really touched her heart and lifted her was seeing that there was a 74-year-old woman who had been working on this for a while and finally graduated with her master's. Isn't that beautiful? All things are possible. As soon as we let go of, oh, well, I'm too old to do this, or I don't think it doesn't matter. Once we align ourselves with those infinite possibilities, we get to be who we truly are. And all of these opportunities for us to let go of the smaller and to move into the greater is an opportunity to do what Meister Eckhart suggested, one of my favorite phrases from one of my favorite Christian mystics. Let God be God in you. Just let God be God in you. Why would we prevent this great, divine, creative, amazing power and presence to move through us and to succeed through us in all we choose to do? Why in the world? Because we just didn't know. Now we know. And once we know, it's important for us to allow ourselves to be embraced by this divinity, to embody the reality, and to move forward. Because you see, This great divine intelligence is available to us to use intelligently or not so intelligently. It's our choice. We're given that opportunity. And it's amazing to look around us sometimes, or even within our own lives and experience, and see how we have unintelligently used this intelligence. It happens. Have you noticed? And one of the ways that we do this is by arguing for our limitations. Oh, I couldn't possibly do that. Not at this age. I'm much too young. I'm much too old. I don't have the experience. Isn't it interesting that a person who wants to get hired into a new position is often asked, what's your experience? Well, if this is just out of university and entering into a new job, what's the experience? Where are you going to get that? You know, don't let somebody's idea about, no, this can't happen because of this, that, or the other, prevent us from moving into a grand, glorious experience of creative expression, which is exactly what a job opportunity can be. Let's not argue for our limitations. Well, you know, I had children too young, or I never had children, or that has nothing to do with your creative ability. And I had 3 children, and I was very creative in doing that, of course. And then I finally realized there are other ways to be creative. And we are all creative centers of divine action and activity, and isn't that wonderful? Another way that we use this intelligence unintelligently is to get too interested in what they say. What they say. Who are they, anyway? What are we listening to? When the greater sense of awareness and the authenticity of the presence of the divine within us is always speaking to us, always expressing to us, always sharing with us, always embracing us, and always guiding us. Why would we listen to that when the voice of truth is right where we are? Our God positioning system. It's right here. It's absolutely reliable. It's time that we realize that it's there and begin trusting it more. Another way that we use this intelligence unintelligently is by entering into judgment, criticism, separation. God does not judge. God does not criticize. God sees no separation. We made that up. And that's because we were given free rein over our thoughts and over our experiences until we finally get with the program. Remember who we are. Remember what is possible because of who we are. No one is less than or more than anyone else. There is no room for judgment in our consciousness. Divisiveness is unintelligent. We must move beyond that. And that includes not judging, blaming, pointing fingers at those who are promoting divisiveness. That's the challenging one, isn't it? We know we are all one. We know that there is beautiful unity in multiplicity. And there are those who have not arrived at that awareness yet. And sometimes that's our hardest challenge, isn't it? To love those who haven't yet experienced the love of the divine and of humanity. I think that's the cutting edge for us, is to see through the God goggles, to see through the eye of the heart, especially at those who haven't awakened that eye of the heart as yet. Let's enter into intelligent use of intelligence. Don't you think that's a better idea? I do. This is where we are expanding into infinite possibilities. We're honoring the intuitive knowing within us and within every other being. We're acknowledging and celebrating every beautiful expression of life, and knowing that is how God is showing up in the world right then, right there. This is Pride Month. Love is love. We celebrate. We don't tolerate. We celebrate all the different ways that God expresses through people. Let's use this intelligent activity more intelligently in our personal lives. Healthy minds and bodies. This is a divine design. Do you know that you were created of designer genes? You were created whole, complete, and perfect. There is every reason for your mind and your body to be healthy. So let's align ourselves with that original perfection. Walk into it, claim it, enjoy it, live it. Wealthy consciousness of infinite good is ours for the accepting. This is a prosperous universe. There is no reason for anyone to be lacking or limited in any way. Those are old belief systems that don't work for us, for ourselves, for others, for the world itself. We desire to enter into, to step up to abundance for all, a free-flowing expression of all good, whatever our needs are. Spiritual, material, they're provided for. We just need to open the channels for their expression. Our personal lives involve loving relationships. Those are the ones very close to us, the neighbors, the people we see on the street, the ones in the market, the people in the world, the people we may never meet. To feel our hearts opening and embracing everyone with compassion, that's a very intelligent thing to do. Creative work, creative play. Everything that we do is an emanation of that divine urge within us to express itself. And that's an intelligent thing to do, to choose activities that bring us joy and that bring other people joy and that make a difference all around us. My beloved friend, Dr. Candace Beckett, shared something recently. She said, an optimist is someone who figures out that taking a step backward after taking a step forward is not a disaster. It's a cha-cha. And we have a divine dance to do. Just recently, like this weekend, Reverend Mike and I had so many fabulous play dates, and yesterday's was beyond our wildest imagination. You know, when you have an idea, a vision of something, and then it turns out to be 100 times better? That was yesterday. There was a large family dinner planned for my father's relatives, those who have survived, in New City, New York, yesterday. And this is my beloved cousin June's. It was her 90th birthday celebration. I adore this woman. We had the same grandparents, even though she grew up with hers and I didn't. Her father, my father, were brothers. And so it's really special to get together with June. And the dinner had been planned for Saturday at a particular restaurant in New City. Reverend Mike and I were planning to drive up and be with them. And then the restaurant changed things. And they said, no, we're going to do it Sunday at noon. We'll have a brunch. It was like, we can't be there at Sunday at noon. And so because I love her so much, and this is something I really got about the intelligent working of this universe and how we get to use the creative intelligence, it begins with love. And this was the empowering genesis of this whole plan. Something in me said, I am going to be with my beloved cousin for her 90th birthday, and this whole plan began to emerge. It came out of love, and it was guided by the intelligent creative activity of this universe. And so I began to make a plan. I've got in touch with the family. One of the sons was my co-conspirator, and we planned, I planned, God planned through us, a different dinner at a different restaurant last night in New City, New York, up in Rockland County, if anyone knows that. It was amazing because the vision came out of love, and it was followed by each detail being fulfilled by the intelligent creativity of this universe. Every detail, from the cakes to the guitarist to everyone gathered, 15 of us in this wonderful restaurant, the joy was over the top. We left there, probably about 9 o'clock, and got home at midnight. And our hearts were so full and so happy that this morning it was easy to get up at 6 o'clock. Love was the seed that brought infinite, intelligent activity into being. And it was a dance, it was a cha-cha. And we all danced. And this is how we can use this beautiful, beautiful intelligence. So, for our participation in co-creating a world that works for all, we continue to envision and live for a wholesome humanity, a plentiful planet, respectful, compassionate connections, infinite opportunities for brilliant expression. A divine mind must express and create, and it begins always with a loving desire to bring the spiritual into the material. It needs us. You're required. It needs us to further this spiritual evolution. You and I are essential to this beautiful divine plan. Joy is an attribute of God, isn't it? So let's delight in the process, including what you're going to hear about soon, 3 weeks from today, the reopening of our center. Now that is a very intelligent use of intelligence, isn't it? We're working together to be together. Will you say with me, God is the center and circumference of all life. I am a point of divine consciousness within it. And so, my beloveds, beginneth your lesson. And it's time to share of our abundance. As we share of our abundance with that, whatever the places that's the closest to our spiritual food and nurture, we give with love, we give with joy, we give generously, and we know that as we do, we receive 10 times and then some. So if this is the point of your spiritual food, please find a way to share with us, and we bless you and thank you so much, so much. Let's speak our prosperity celebration together, shall we? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forward to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God is the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth and the stars and all of creation. God is creator, all and all, leading us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all do, all that I want you to do is command my hands. What must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new. And God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand before you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. And God needs us to shine its light. God needs us to shine its light. God needs us to shine its light as me. And use me, oh God, I stand before you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Good morning and welcome to the GPCSL Weekend News. My name is Jeff Maxine, and it is my privilege to serve on your Board of Trustees. And I'm coming to you live from our Sweet 16 Good News headquarters right here in Paoli, Pennsylvania. First off, thank you so much, Dr. Reverend Maxine, for such an uplifting talk. I know my center intelligence is in full power today. Now let's see what's new in your consciousness. We are happy that you joined us today, wherever you are in the world. We invite you to join us for interesting and inspiring Sunday talks, which, in case you missed any, you can always visit our website and view them anytime, along with Reverend Mike and Dr. Maxine's weekly love notes at www.cslphilly.org. To view any of our archive videos, just click on the orange Watch Live button. Next, we are offering a new class on manifesting abundance and prosperity starting July 7th. Dr. Frankie Timmers, Spiritual Director of CSL Morristown, will be leading this 5-week virtual class entitled Flourishing, based on the book The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. To register, simply go to our calendar of events on our website and click on July 7th for all the details and how to register. Now, other great news we have to offer is that we will be opening our doors for in-person celebrations on Sunday, June 27th. The celebration will begin right at 10:30 a.m., but we encourage you to come a little earlier so you can create your own name badge, pick up a special little welcome home gift, and select your seat. Our goal is to provide a safe environment, and we will be following all CDC and local guidelines. More details will be available on June 20th, and we, again, will also still be live streaming. And additionally, we will be continuing to live stream the Sunday celebrations on both our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. To access the YouTube channel, you can go right to our homepage, cslphilly.org, and click on that orange Watch Live button. And that is it for the announcements today. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and by the way, John Zoll is still off today. And remember to treat and move your feet. Back to you, Dr. Maxine.
Thank you, Jeffrey. It is always informative and so entertaining. Thank you for the weekend news. And this happens to be the first Sunday in June, and many of you know what that means. It means any of you June babies out there, it's time for us to celebrate you. And so we are going to do a virtual birthday party for you. If it is your birthday month, and if you care to, we invite you to stand up, and here comes the birthday song. Hit it, Maestro. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday. Happy birthday to you. That's it? Okay. Happy birthday, everybody, in advance, whatever day it may be. And now we're going to have our closing song, which is by Amy Steinberg, and it is called Exactly.
As synchronicity is, this song is about surrender, deep surrender to this moment. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest, and I can undress the moment. Naked time unwinds beneath my mind. From within I find the kind of beauty only I can find. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am surrendering so willingly to be the perfect me inside this now and truly. How else could it be? Destiny, she blesses me. Destiny, she blesses me. And when I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at square one. And when I think I know what's best for me, well, fate, she takes me back to exactly where I need to be. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. Divinely timed and shining brightly, yes. I believe that there's a purpose just for me. Yes, I believe that we are light and we shine infinitely. Oh, I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am not aimlessly existing. See, I am in perfect harmony with universal energy, and I am truly free when I accept my own divinity. Can I ask you to raise your right hand right now? Say, I accept my divinity. Let's say it right now like we mean it. I accept my divinity. Right? So now you know that ye are gods. Look at me closely. Tell me exactly what you see. If you are paying attention, you will now begin ascension of the mind. Why? Well, because if you look at me just right, you see a kiss. It took a kiss to make this breath exist. The intersection of my mother's and father's lips to touch, twist. Perfect what came next to produce me. Yes, look at me and you will see the breeze it took to shake the leaves to make my mother's hair move. My father dare touch it and say, please, may I have a kiss? Yes, the breeze made me exist. And if you want to get even deeper into this right now, when you look at me, you will see a big old cloud. The cloud it took to form the storm, to make the breeze, to shake the leaves, to inspire the lip lock. As a raindrop will pop up out of these words. You heard me right. Look at me close enough, you see a dark, stormy night. And what is night? Well, night ain't night without its polar opposite of sunlight. So if you watch the way my hands sway, you see the light of day. And every day is a testament to the sediment of the earth's core, ever spinning enormous force. When you look at me just right, you see a spark of the source. But the most fascinating thing about this, and this is what's true, you look at me just right, you see you. It's only what you perceive, how you believe, the space between you and me that creates reality. Dude! So when I sing, you can feel it. When I cry, you can heal it. When I speak words, you can be the words I speak by singing with me. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Let's send it out to the world. Come on. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Peace. One more time. Come on. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Going on now. Let's take it there. And when I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at you. Yes, you're listening. And when I think I know what's best for me, well, fate, she takes me back to exactly where I need to be. And when I am all alone and full of fear, I just remember the rising sun always appears. And every day, miracles that I see. Well, you take me back, come on. Yes, you take me back, you take me back to exactly where I need to. Happy New Year, everyone. This right here is a mantra. I like to call it a womantra. So I want you to learn it. Take it with you all year long. Whatever you're doing, the good, the bad, the ugly, use it. It is a wonderful tool. Goes like this. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. So easy. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. Just like that. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. Falling in love. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. Grieving a parent. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. Finding a new job. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I'm. Losing a job. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I'm. Letting go of the past. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. Welcoming the brand new. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. Let's do it just voices as a prayer. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. One last time. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am at CSL Seattle on New Year's Day.
I did not want that woman to stop. Thank you, Amy. You're amazing. And so we give thanks as we go out into our wonderful days with the awareness that each of us indeed is a divine, intelligent, creative center of God's activity, doing what we are here to do, using this intelligence intelligently. And so it is.